Live from New York at the home of the Knicks, it's the NBA. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. We take a look at the Pistons.
Yeah, and this is the second game of a back-to-back for them, so they didn't have a long time to think about that loss last night. They've got to get right back out there and into the grind.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Kyrie Irving is out there with Allen Crabbe. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then there's Harrison Barnes. And it's Parker in at the power forward.
The line for your Knicks.
And one thing you notice with Giannis is just how much better this team is with him on the floor. What he brings on offense and defense is as huge as any player in our league.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And Greg, with Giannis, the team is so much more dangerous with him on the floor offensively, and the numbers back it up.
Yeah, Giannis, one of the few difference makers who can impact the game on both ends. Causes a ton of turnovers with his D, but also can facilitate or carry a team with his offense.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, getting to the line more and more. Proof that Giannis is consistently being aggressive.
Here's Irving. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Antetokounmpo passes to Fox. Back to Antetokounmpo. Knocked away. And stolen by Barnes. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul. For Detroit, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Irving kicks to Barnes. And Lopez has it in the corner. Irving against Antetokounmpo. Poked loose. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Now, here is Irving. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Lopez kicks to Irving. Clock is at 3. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Detroit on D. Still without a basket in the game. And Stan Van Gundy, known for being one of the more demanding coaches when it comes to defense. He doesn't care who you are. If you're not giving it your all on the defensive end, you're going to find yourself on the bench.
Well, he's clear with what he wants and what he expects, and, when you step on the floor. That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Picked by Vucevic. Antetokounmpo kicks to Vucevic. Back to Antetokounmpo. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Here's McGee. Uses the glass to finish the layup. McGee's got his first bucket of the night.
Love the grit on the offensive glass. Those are just effort points.
And that one, good.
Lopez is great at squaring himself up from mid-range. He's effective whenever he has a little bit of daylight to shoot.
Here's McGee. Here's Fox. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Irving with a clean look.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the quarter.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him. Ooh,
put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brooke can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Vucevic. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. And it's good for two. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points. Pistons trailed by 4. Irving passes to Lopez. Irving again. Antetokounmpo. Shot clock at 5. Antetokounmpo again. Irving. The shot, no good.
Oh, whether he's wide open or covered, he can't get anything to go in right now.
And it's Antetokounmpo.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow. Jumped out of the shit.
Yeah, I mean, the ball handling and body control for a guy that's Giannis's height, it's really impressive.
Now here's Cram. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
McGee is screen on Barnes. McGee's shot is off.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release.
Now here's Barnes. He's covered by Bazemore. Out of bounds, New York takes possession. The Knicks leading by 4. McGee is screen on Barnes. Here's Antetokounmpo. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Oh, just a brick wall of a screen. Knocks the defender out of the play.
This is his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Pistons trailed by 7. Irving double team. Down low. Knicks with the rebound.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possessed.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
You see the cleverness of Irving on that play, able to get his shot off despite getting wet.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. McGee is screen on Barnes. Antetokounmpo.
family tree. My right hand, Papa Doc, I see. Took me from a boy to a man, so I always had a father when my biological didn't bother. Taking care of this, so who am I to bicker? Not a bad ticker, but you can never say that as life is through. 5 kids.
Time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. It's the NBA, and it's live right here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. We'll take a look at the Pistons.
Yeah, and this is the second game of a back-to-back for them, so they didn't have a long time to think about that loss last night. They've got to get right back out there and into the grind.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. They've got Harrison Barnes, Javi Lopez out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's Irving, and it's Crabbe in at the 2. And one issue that has come up for the Knicks in their quest for success, Brent, is their lack of continuity.
Maybe one problem, Kevin, is that the New York Knicks organization feels just a bit too cliquey between ownership and then management, coaching staff, and that there just hasn't been the kind of connectivity that you need in order to make things grow organically. It's been very forced in New York City, and until they find that right combination, the struggles can continue.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Antetokounmpo. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And when you watch Giannis out there, he just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blended size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big.
Detroit on D. Some solid defense there from Irving. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Lopez a screen. They shoot again. Now the feed to Irving. Parker kicks to Irving. Lopez a screen on Antetokounmpo. Offensive rebound. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now the fast break. Fox with the ball. The wide open look here for Vucevic. He trains the quick shot.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You got to love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
Lopez passes to Barnes.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish. And Harrison Barnes, just a tremendous athlete at that small forward position. I think his strength enables him to guard up and hold his own against power forwards, and coaches love that versatility.
Now the pass to Antetokounmpo, and stolen by Irving. Over in the corner, Barnes. Irving kicks to Barnes. Tipped away. And stolen by Bazemore. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Good quick hands from Antetokounmpo there, reacting well on defense and swiping that one away.
The Pistons trailing. And Greg, you look at the versatility of Barnes. He can defend, I think, 3 positions.
And that's what the league is all about now. Switching on picks, much more popular. And with an all-around solid defender like Barnes, it doesn't uncover mismatches.
For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Antetokounmpo plays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo got 8.
That's feel-good moment right there. 3 of 4 so far.
Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
Now, here is Irving. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And the dunk by Parker.
And Kyrie being unselfish. I think there was an opportunity for him to score there, but gets off the clean look for his teammate.
And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be bounds.
Detroit with the ball, trailing by 4. Irving against Antetokounmpo. The 3. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. There's 1:38 left to play in the first. For the Detroit Pistons, they come in off the loss to Washington. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
He's firing on all cylinders. Has to be happy with his 4 of 5 shooting from the field so far.
Irving double team. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim. One of the most impressive aspects of Kyrie Irving's game is that ability he has to finish around the rim. So much attention last year around the finals with that kind of creativity that he was putting on full display against the Golden State Warriors. You look at his percentages within 3 feet of the rim, and that's fantastic stuff from a point guard.
And Kyrie's such a gifted finisher. Reverses, up and unders.
Well, Kyrie is so good, Kevin, I think he might be able to finish your sentences. He just uses great English off the glass. He's so good with his right hand and as deft with the left hand. And then in between, floaters, runners. Just an all-around scorer that can get it done.
Here's Lopez. Here's Crabbe. And the layup's good off the glass. Crabbe's got his first basket of the night.
And for a player who's so prolific from beyond the arc, Crabbe has the length and some hops inside to beat you.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now, here is Irving. And you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average.
What a contest this is turning into. Almost like a dunk contest, Kevin.
You're right, Greg. They are really going at it, and it's bound to only get more intense from here on out. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Irving's got 6 points.
You cannot give Kyrie that kind of daylight from behind the three-point line. Gets that shot off so fast, you can't defend it. We talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for New York. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. You were known for a lot of stuff. Great passing was one of them. Also known as an exceptional shooter. Of all the guys you played with, who is the best at setting you up for a score?
Wow, I think my years playing alongside Gary Payton in Seattle, he drew so much attention, Kevin, with his ability in transition, of course, that patented spin move of his, and then his great ability as a 6'4" guard to post up, especially on that left block through a lot of double teams, and that opens up shooters on the weak side. That's where I happen to be.
All the great point guards see the floor so well. They know where everybody is, don't they?
And the best ones, Kevin, you're right. The best ones are the ones willing to pitch the ball ahead. That's when you really have something special.
On the court for the Pistons, Irving is out there with Craig. And there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Jabari Parker. And it's Barnes in the three slot. Pick by Vucevic. Antetokounmpo kicks to Vucevic. That shot off. Good D by Lopez. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
The Pistons have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And Brett, I read that Kyrie Irving meditates off the court. It's something he reads about and studies up on quite a bit, focused on learning and growing as a person.
Well, if meditating and taking some time out mentally to picture the type of success that you can have out on the floor, then there are some other players in this league, Kevin, that might want to take up what Kyrie Irving is throwing down.
Lures checked in for Detroit. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. The kick out to Bosh. Bosh double teamed. Vucevic down low. Gortat covering. It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. Pick by Vucevic. Antetokounmpo kicks to Vucevic. A pass to Fox. 4 on the clock. And here's Bosh with 3. They get it again. Just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, but came up empty. Outside Collison. Lure a screen on Fox. In the corner, Gortat with it. Nice ball movement by Detroit. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Stolen by Collison. Passes to Anunoby. In the corner, Smith with it. And stolen by Bazemore. Here's Fox. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And the quickness Fox has, boy, it's impressive. Just coasting to the cup with ease.
Smith dishes to Lure. Again, the miss by the Pistons. New York's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bosh can't hit.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
And what I like best is that he does it completely under control. Really gives the shooter nowhere to turn to.
Pick by Vucevic. And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And it's Vucevic. That time on the assist by Antetokounmpo. And now it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
Two areas where Giannis is improving is his poise and his awareness. That time he finds the open man.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Now, hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
And while most teams are moving in the direction of attacking from 3-point range or inside, Greg, this Pistons team will still look to make a living in the mid-range game.
Yeah, and the Pistons right at the top of the NBA in terms of the highest percentage of their points coming from the mid-range. Almost 20% of their points coming from that area. You have to play to the strengths of your team, even in an ever-evolving game right now. That's where their bread is buttered.
New York leading by 5. It's blocked. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Fox. And the Knicks miss again. The Pistons have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. And it's Smith missing. New York's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Fox passes to Antetokounmpo. And they double up Antetokounmpo to the right side. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. And 101 left to play here in the half. Irving double teamed. He dishes it to Kraft. Here's Barnes. Vucevic with the block.
If they play it right, we're talking a 2-for-1.
Yeah, this is where it comes down to really good clock management, and you want to maximize each of your possessions.
Irving kicks to Lopez. To halt the run.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Vucevic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter. He's missing a ton of shots.
Parker with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. But they recover it. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Lopez.
Great position.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Knicks lead by 5. And we'll be... The Knicks leading by 5. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and Greg get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a 3-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brooke can make threes, it can't be that hard.
They've got Antetokounmpo. Chris Bosh is out there with Carter. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Simmons in at the shooting guard position. They're the group for Jeff Hornacek starting the second half.
hear the coaches talk about Giannis and his drive to be great. And he continues to add something different to his game every year.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Down low. Looking for McGee. He gets it there. Antetokounmpo against Barnes. Antetokounmpo dishes to McGee. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, it's a disappointing sequence of plays. Absolutely inexcusable turning the ball over like that.
Pistons trailed by 6. Irving drives in. He kicks it to Lopez. And over the past decade, we've seen the creation of several super teams. How hard is it to manage the various egos and make sure the touches are the same, or at least they understand why the touches are being doled out the way they are?
I think the teams that have great management and great coaches that are in touch with these guys, Kevin, understand what type of player are you getting, doing your homework, and understanding, are these guys at a situation in their careers where they're still needing to prove something, or are they ready to get down to the business of winning? If it's about winning, that ego goes out the door.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Parker passes to Lopez. This is to Grant. Over Simmons. And Detroit again with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And stolen by Simmons. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. New York calls timeout. And Brent, there aren't a lot of places quite as special as playing here in New York and on this floor. What was it like for you the first time you played against the Knicks in New York?
Unbelievable. I love getting to the big city every year. Amazing to be inside the Garden. I have to tell you, Kevin, one of my favorite things was to walk to the New York Knicks opposing team locker room and see the poster of Frank Sinatra outside the locker room. He did it his way, and we ended up doing it ours.
Different look for New York. Vucevic checked in for Bosh. Ken Bazemore comes in for Jonathan Simmons. And it's Fox in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Splitter is checked in for the Pistons. Augustine comes in for Irving. Feeds to Vucevic. Pass to Fox. 6 on the shot clock. And Vucevic kicks to McGee. Back to Vucevic. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Out to the right wing. Back to Augustine. 6 to shoot. Screened by Parker. Crab from long range. Hits the three-point bomb. Now it's a 3-point Piston lead. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
And when you look at what the Pistons have done, pretty clear this is a team that has a vision of who they want to be. Strong defensively, really good at rebounding the basketball, and I think deliberate and patient on the offensive side of the floor.
The Knicks making a switch here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. And a different look here for the Pistons. Gortat's checked in for Splitter. John Lure comes in for Jabari Parker. Anunoby, he's checked in for Barnes. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Allen Crabbe. And with the Pistons, this has been the identity the team has been aiming for under Stan Van Gundy. It's taken shape, but has yet, Greg, to produce big results.
I think it's because they've just always been one or two pieces short of making that next jump. I think the conference has gotten stronger, and while their best players are really good, I don't think they're quite at that elite level yet to allow this group to take that next step.
For Detroit, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Augustine with it. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Lure. Great positioning on the putback. Lure's got the lead up to 3 now for the Pistons.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
And you got to wonder, how high is the ceiling for Giannis in terms of the versatility out there on the floor? Tonight, he is putting on a scoring show.
Here's Vucevic. They get it back. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Bazemore with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Antetokounmpo. Drops in the layup for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 7 points for the quarter.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Back to Augustine. Releases. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. And the Pistons lead by 1. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire. Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Kicks it to Lure. The Pistons working the ball around now. From 13, Augustine, no luck. For New York, they've gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
He's having a night right now. Credit to the shooting touch, helping his team with the lead.
There's a screen by Gortat. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Pistons have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And it's been an issue for them as it was last year. Only 72% from the line.
We talk so much about rhythm from the field. How about a rhythm from the free throw line? That looks good.
He gets that one. And that's now 29 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
A little quickness from Antetokounmpo there, blows right past the D.
Anunoby. Got the shot! He
Just
caught it!
no